Going for a bike ride can be a really simple way to get exercise, but at the same time see loads of nice scenery and routes. So the routes you go can be something you already know or something you've looked up on maps. Even Apple Maps now have cycling routes which avoid busy roads, find cycle paths and so on and so forth. Now what cycling has above and beyond walking and running is it's much easier to regulate your pace based on fitness, and for the same effort or less you can travel much more or further distances. Sorry, my earphones have just telling me I've arrived. Yeah, I've arrived in Carshalton Park, which is about 4 miles from where I live. So I took it easy. Haven't cycled a lot this year, and I haven't cycled much in the last few months. So I've deliberately gone at a pace that I can sustain my energy for being out for about an hour. So I'm not going to have a long video, but just wanted to kind of catch up and just talk about cycling, and in the theme of movement and positive mental health. Cycling is one of the best, because for the time that you're out and pushing those pedals, that time that you've allocated for yourself gives you the opportunity to just leave everything else behind. Any other thoughts, trials and tribulations, leave them behind, because no one is going to need anything for that next hour. Some walkers making me go on the wrong side of the road. Pretty sure we drive on the left in England. Anyway, miniature little gripes that just flow over me without any bother. So cycling is free. You have to have a bike, but that can be cheap. Second-hand bike will do the job. My bike that I'm on now, I'm going to jump off in a little while and show you it, because I can't remember exactly how old it is, but I'm going to guess about 12 years old. And it wasn't expensive when I bought it, and all I've done is replace things as they're broken. So if you look after it, it'll last you for decades. Thank you. So I was just pausing to pass someone. You can see how beautiful it is out here. It's a lovely crisp December day, 19th of December 2025, and it's one of the rare dry days over the last few days. So I thought I'd get out and enjoy a little bit of fresh air and just have a little chat, really. I'm not quite sure where I'm going. There was another route I was looking for, which I'm going to have to find. So let's see. I'm trying to stick to paths because I'm on I've kind of got road tyres on this bike. I have got spare tyres at home. So again, that's another thing you can do with one bike, is give it a couple of uses. So with road tyres you can ride all over the road. You can have non-road tyres to ride on the road, but they won't be as smooth and you'll use more energy trying to spin them round if they're kind of knobbly for off-road. Right, so that's the bike that I'm using. I've got another bike, which is a bit more expensive and a bit newer. But this is an all year round bike. Since I've had it, I've maintained it. It's got new gears, new wheels, new saddle, but all done bit by bit. Got some cheap mud guards on there, clip-ons that can come off, but I just leave them on all year round really. So yeah, nice and cheap. And then in terms of clothing, I don't know if you can see this, but cycling clothing is mostly meant, well for me anyway, designed for comfort. So with that in mind, again, it doesn't have to be expensive, and I don't think I've ever thrown any cycling clothing away. I've got quite a lot, just different things for different seasons really, but once you bought it, depending on how you use it I guess, but I don't think I've ever worn anything out, and I can't remember throwing anything away. So, and I don't buy things very often, so although I've been cycling for years and years, yeah, I don't seem to need a lot of money for clothing. And you can actually just wear your normal clothes, but if you're going to be in the saddle for a long time, you want something that's a bit more comfortable. So shorts with a inlay chamois. Anyway, I won't talk too much about cycling because there's loads of cycling channels like GCN and that go into detail about that stuff, so it's quite interesting if you like it and you want to get into cycling. You can end up wanting to spend lots of money by looking at those channels, but you don't have to, absolutely don't have to. And I think just getting out on the bike, and this bike here is definitely nothing special, but I get the same feeling riding that for an hour as I would my other bike, which is, like I said, more expensive, carbon and so on. But yeah, just getting out, putting your effort into the here and now, and just enjoying the moment that you've put aside the time for yourself. And if you're pedaling hard and breathing hard, nothing else will matter for that time. And that's the beauty of it. You'll feel fantastic. All those good endorphins. Again, I'm not going to talk about medical stuff that I don't understand. I'm actually trying not to slip down the... So yeah, I have got cycling shoes on because I do use clipping pedals. And they are abysmal to walk in. So I'm going to get back on the bike, which is probably safer. And then look for a bit of a route. Oh, okay. The other thing is I haven't got anything to clip the camera onto my bike with, so it's a bit precarious because I'm pretty much riding one-handed, which isn't recommended. But I am not doing that the whole journey. I'm definitely not doing that on the road, so I'm literally going to just do that while I'm in the park. And then I'll put this away and cycle home properly. But I'm in a low gear, I can jump off quite happily if I need to. It really is very pretty. What a lovely sunny day to be out and about. Trying to film people, make people feel uncomfortable by filming them. So not too many people out. I guess that's the cold weather, but it's I think schools have kicked out and this might be the last day of term for most of them, so I'm surprised there's not more kids out and about. But that's the other thing actually, growing up, when I did I might give that away later in another video, but when I grew up we weren't really into computer games, and social media didn't really exist, or didn't exist. So what we did is we went home, kicked off our school uniform and went straight back out. And whether that was to go and play football, just go and meet up with mates, or go out for a bike ride, that's what we did. So I think that's kind of been ingrained in me really from a young age. Go out and be physical. So it wasn't like a deliberate thing about getting fit. We were just fit. And that's what we did, and I've encouraged my kids to do the same. Which they did. So what a great thing to do. You can still go home and jump on the PlayStation if you want to after, but I think prioritise movement first. With it, again, it doesn't have to be a lot. Set your goals so that they're comfortable, achievable and desirable. Like this, my today's goal for cycling was, actually didn't even put any mileage on it. I didn't even put any time on it. I just thought it's a nice day, I'll get out for a little while, and I know I already feel great, I already feel better, I already feel those endorphins from before I got the camera out, just on the short ride here. And I'm not sure how I'm going to go home, whether I'm going to go directly or meander a bit. Probably go a bit further. I'm going to turn my lights on because we are approaching the shortest day of the year, so it's a bit of a gift to get out in sunlight on a day like this. So I think if you can and you see the opportunity, just do it. Go out, walk, run, cycle, whatever you feel comfortable with, do it, and you're going to feel much better by the time you come back. Just out in nature. Look at that dog, or dogs, but that dog that's running around having the time of his life. They know how to have fun. Absolutely just happy as happy can be. His tongue flapping about, tail wagging, running around, probably chasing a ball or something. If I had a tail, I'd probably be wagging it now. Anyway, just go out, enjoy the moment, feel grateful for the moment, feel grateful that you gave yourself the time. Take time out of your busy day to give yourself time to do something just for yourself, just for your own mental health. And if you're moving, you're improving your physical health as well. And the two are really interlinked. One supports the other. And you don't have to be young to do this. Sorry, a dog was just teasing me by running full pelt towards the side of my bike and then veering off at the last minute. Again, just having fun. Yeah, as you already have worked out by me being on camera, you don't have to be young. This is for people of all ages and all physical abilities. There'll be a level that you can move at that suits you, and whatever that level is right for you. So I'm just going to get off before I sign off. Let me get off the bike one more time. So this little video was just to take you out on a bike ride, which is something that I do and always feel better for. And I used to commute to work. I used to work about 9 miles away from where I lived, about 15 kilometers, and when I first started doing it, it felt like a real slog, but your body will get used to anything you do. And again, when I hadn't done it for a while, I didn't set myself a goal of doing it every day. I set myself a goal of doing it once a week, and then that turned into twice a week, and that turned into maybe leaving my bike at work overnight, going back by public the next day, and so on and so forth. But if I wanted to, some weeks I'd just cycle there and back every day, and it felt great. It's one thing I miss about that job. Probably second to the people that I left behind was the cycle into work. I miss that so much, and the job I do now, I have to drive for, so I can't cycle. So I miss that. Just that feeling of endorphins at the beginning and the end of the day. So something like this, in the middle of a day where I've got time to myself, just going out for that bike ride, going home feeling better, washing off the bike because it's going to be all salty, which causes corrosion. Anyway, kind of lost my train of thought there when I remembered my commute in, that I suddenly had a full-on missing feeling of, and also people distracting me. But anyway, just yeah, the feeling I get from cycling is brilliant, and being able to travel so far in the amount of time that it would take me to walk maybe a quarter of the distance is quite incredible. And you can always stop. Oops. Sorry for the banging, trying to shut the gate so that the dogs don't run away. The amount of distance you can cover. So if I used to do something like 9 miles or 15 kilometers in around 25 minutes, I don't know, what would I walk in 25 minutes? 25 minutes might be about 3 or 4k, 3k, I don't know. And you get to see lots of scenery while you're doing it. So anyway, I'm going to head off before I lose all this daylight. So have a great day.